and Tangela too, and our host, Vincent Van Dahl. And he brings it to ya! Creature features, and all creatures, and all creatures. And the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. 'Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Because that's the name of tonight's movie and you don't want to miss it. Welcome to Creature Features. I am your host, Vincent. With me is my charismatic butler and purveyor of all things exuding style and class, the whimsical Mr. Livingston.
There is little style nor class to be found under this roof.
And over to this side is the magically sweet, yet poorly talented hypnotist, the adorable Miss Tangela. And have we a particularly fabulous show in store for you tonight?
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Onward. First off, as alluded to less than a minute ago, we'll be showing a smashing film titled Don't Go to Sleep. No, this isn't the closely named film from 2010 where Janice keeps sleepwalking, nor is it the Nightmare on Elm Street sequel where Nancy struggles to regain the faith in herself to become a super-duper dream warrior, nor is it the short film of a similar name from this very year. Instead, this is the TV movie from 1982 that stars Dennis Weaver and Valerie Harper, the former best known for portraying McCloud, the horse-riding detective, and the latter is best known for playing Rhoda on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. And as terrible as this would all appear, it's quite honestly not nearly as bad as it could be, for it boasts a somewhat rather good tale, and it even includes Ruth Gordon, who we all love, and that wee lad from Poltergeist who is deathly afraid of the tree outside of his bedroom window. Tangela says that the wee lad's name is Oliver Robbins, and that he was born on July 22nd, 1971, making him exactly 50 years old plus 2 months and 3 days, and that he's been in 11 films, directed 6 others, and has written scripts for 7 other productions. Too much information. And joining us for this jolly old film will be our old friend, director Jackie Kong. You'll remember Jackie from her work on Night Patrol, Blood Diner, and The Bean. She'll tell us what she's been up to as of late, what she's doing next, and she'll tell us what she thinks of tonight's film. So don't go away, for it is to be another harrowing night of 1980s fright right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. It is time for Creature Features. No, it's Jackie Kong night.
Thank
Jackie
you
Kong
for
night
having me.
on Creature Features. Welcome back, love. How you
I'm
been?
so happy to be here, back in your humble abode.
Well,
that
it's
is
not so humble now with you dressed like a movie star. Look
Yes,
at you.
This is my retro.
I love
my
it.
retro look.
It's gorgeous.
Do you like it?
No, it's very nice. It's
Thank
very
you.
nice. You know, I think when you direct your next horror film, which we're going to learn about tonight, you should wear this.
Yeah, I've got to wear my best because I wanted to look as good as you on the show.
No, I don't look good. I look horrid. But
I
you
love
look,
the way you
no,
look.
you look like you should star in your next film, and I think you should She never does cameos in her films.
Not yet.
So, Blood Diner. Everyone's seen that film? It's been how long since you've done that film?
Well, a long time, decades, but it keeps on playing.
That's right. So if you've seen Blood Diner, you've seen Jackie's work. But we're not going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about tonight's film, which is Don't Go to Sleep. Have you seen this one?
I haven't. Am I supposed to say this?
Aaron Spelling.
I think vaguely I must have seen this.
Now, of course you've seen it. Well, you don't have time to watch horror films if you're making them.
I'm so busy. You have no idea.
You're busy making more horror films.
I'm busy writing them.
Oh, writing them?
Yes. I've written
Well, that's part of
350 pages of the first horror series from Jackie Kong. So I want to talk to you about it later.
We're going to hear everything about this. But I want to know how your flight up was.
Wonderful, except for I barely made it here.
Why?
There were no cars at the car rental place at the airport.
We would have sent Livingston down to pick you up.
I should have thought of that. But I mentioned Creature Feature, and everyone there loves the show and was expecting to see it, me on. I told them I'm on it, so if I don't get up there.
At the rental agency?
Yes, at the
rental
agency.
They watch Creature Features.
They
Which
all
one?
watch Creature Features.
Let's give them a plug.
Should we plug them?
Yes.
Alamo.
Alamo Rental, car rental. You must rent your cars from Alamo because they like Creature Features.
They love Creature Feature.
And the other one doesn't. Was it Budget? Budget does not watch Creature Features. Maybe they do. I should not do that, right?
Yeah, maybe not.
Right. So, but the flight was good. How was the drive out? Everything good?
I got lost. I didn't know if I was going to make it to Bodega Bay.
It happens sometimes. No, the instructions, they were written by Livingston, and he uses like complicated English. It's not necessary.
Is that what it was?
No, he says, look for the berm in the road, and then veer to the right until you come across the eucalyptus. I mean, half the people don't know what a eucalyptus tree looks like.
Follow the birds. I don't even understand what that means.
No.
Follow the birds. I tried to follow the birds to Bodega Bay. No. I think that's another movie, actually.
No. Do not pull over and go to the gas station and say, I'm going to the place with the birds. Because they will say you don't want to go there. Go into Santa Rosa or something.
No, I love it here. So I did make it on time.
Good, good.
So
what do you say we start this film?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, we're going to start. Don't go to sleep. It's a good movie. Don't go to sleep as you watch it. But it's a good movie, I think. I hope. We'll see.
Laura, I don't understand why she has to come and live with us. She's got enough money that she could live any place that she wants to, really.
It's not a question of money, Philip, and you know it. The doctor says she cannot be alone anymore. She just can't handle her affairs. She's...
How much farther, Dad?
Kevin, you've been asking that every 5 minutes. We'll be there when we get there.
Mommy, I'm hungry.
Well, eat your sandwich then, Mary.
Kevin ate it already. Oh, I'm sure.
Kevin?
I did not. You liar.
She's been signing things without even knowing what they are. She got lost at the supermarket.
Okay, all right,
She's
okay.
just
But,
not
honey, she
like
can
she
afford
was.
to have somebody come in every day
No,
to take care of
no,
her.
I don't want someone coming in. It's my mother. Look, she's old, and I just refuse to throw her away.
Oh, come on, honey. I didn't mean it like that. And you know that I didn't.
I know.
It's just that, well, we've got this new house, and I've got a new job, and all of a sudden I find that I have to deal with your mother.
I don't know why you
Kevin,
feel like
stop
that.
it! Kevin,
Feel
stop
like
it!
Come on.
Kevin, stop it!
I mean, she always asks us over. She always loves to have you around.
Oh, it's the kids.
No,
It's the
she-
kids. Yes, it is. She only has me.
Philip, watch the road.
Mary,
What?
Why are you crying? Give me that.
What is going on back there? Now, come on, you guys. Straighten up.
Shh, Mary, it's all right. Kevin, did Grandma give you this?
Where'd you get the spider, anyway? Whose is it? Huh?
Dad, can I have a motorcycle? I want horses. Horses are stupid. They are not. Sure is the middle of nowhere.
Sure is.
Look, Daddy, there it is, just like the pictures.
Hey, 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 I see they found it, okay?
Not only did they find it, they beat us to it.
Hey, look, Grandma's there already.
I can't believe it. I cannot. What has she got, radar or something? Why couldn't she wait until we get settled in at least? Look, she's taken over already. Look. What's the first thing that goes in the house? Is her precious TV set. Next thing you know, she'll be arranging the furniture like she wants it. Honey,
She's welcome, Philip. So just please be nice, please.
I'm nice. I'm always nice. Aren't I? Hmm? Huh, Kevin?
If you buy me a motorcycle.
Mama, we're here. Hurry on, honey.
Kids go running all over now.
Hiya, honey. Oh.
Hi, sweetheart.
How's Rockefeller?
Mom, please, listen, this new job is very important to Philip. To all of us.
Yes.
So,
Hiya, Philip.
Hello, Bernice. I see you found it all right. Glad to see that you're still not smoking.
Haven't had a puff in 2 years. Ha ha.
Yeah, well, I can't stand around here all day. Paying these guys by the hour.
hey, where are you two off to?
Can me and Mary,
Mary and I.
go and play back?
Well, okay, but don't get out of sight of the house.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Someone is here.
No, Grandma. I know.
Don't worry your mother.
You're looking sweet. Love your little shirt.
Mary, hey, come on. What are you doing? Mary, come on. Let's go exploring. What are you looking at? Come on. What are you looking at? Come on. I'm telling. You're not supposed to put up her pictures.
Sneaking around spying on me, boy?
You're not supposed to.
Who says so?
My mom, that's who.
Well, you listen up, Sonny. I'm your mom's mom. How you like them apples?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Don't worry, darling. You're staying right here.
Well, Mary, how do you like your new room, hon?
It's pretty.
If you're not crazy about these curtains, we can get new ones.
I like it.
Good. Well, you get your own brand new bed and all your own things, and first thing tomorrow, we'll get everything neat and organized, all right?
Okay, Mom.
And I'd appreciate it if you helped Kevin with his things.
Oh, he never lets me touch his stuff.
Well, then maybe you can help Grandma unpack.
I hate the way she smells.
Mary.
Well, she smells like cigarettes, and it smells like yuck.
Yuck. You know Grandma isn't smoking anymore.
Are you kidding? I've seen her.
Okay, and now I want to see you in bed. Give me this. Come on, lights out. Love you.
What about Kevin?
Don't worry about Kevin. Are you happy, Mary?
Yes, Mommy.
That's good. Double kisses. Good night, sweetheart. Kevin? Kevin, what are you doing? What is... Where did you get this thing?
Well, Dad gave it to me from the plant.
Oh, did he? Well, we'll see about that. Young man, I want you in that bed in 2 minutes with the lights out.
It's mine!
Okay, buddy, you just lost your 2 minutes in bed now. No radio, no noise, no lights. Good night.
It's still mine.
What was that?
Good night.
Mm-hmm. Are you comfortable, Mom?
Oh, thanks, sweetie.
Mom, I have asked you 100 times, please do not smoke in bed. Besides, the doctor says you have to give up smoking.
I did. They cost $1 a pack. I'm not made of money, you know. Fool's just coming in. I'm sick.
I'm sorry about that Bunsen burner. I told him he could use it, but only if I was there. But of course, with everything happening and the move and all, I don't know, I forgot. You know, everything's going to be better now, honey. Those people over at United Dynamics, they understand exactly what happened at Midland, so there's no problem.
Philip, nothing happened. Why do you insist on blaming yourself?
Guests of the show stay at Hotel E on Courthouse Square in Santa Rosa.
Welcome back to Creature Features. We are watching Don't Go to Sleep with our friend director Jackie Kong. Jackie, what have you been up to since the last time we saw you?
Well, in the last year, I was in 2 documentaries.
Two?
2. One called In Search of Darkness, 2 with, gosh, everyone, all the big great directors from the 80s, the horror directors, John Carpenter, Greg Nicotero. I was the only woman director.
Well, of course you were.
Yeah, so there weren't that many back in the 80s, but there still aren't directing horror. But I also wrote a new TV horror series
You wrote?
I wrote it. It's 350 pages I wrote. I had some time, you know.
And is it getting picked up?
And I have to tell you about that next, because everyone was asking me on all these documentaries, what are you doing next? What are you doing next? And I didn't want to spill it because the writing was just pouring out. These episodes that no one has ever done in horror. And when I'm actually going to release it in an interesting way, so I want to tell you about it later on, because it's coming out. This announcement is coming out in October, and you can get involved with it. That's the way I'm working this horror series. That's the way it should be done. Yeah, the audience can come. Is it going to be like a Kickstarter type thing? Well, you can actually be. I don't want to spill the beans.
We have to save this. This is a juicy thing. No, if we give all the juicy stuff early, people say, all right, I got the juicy thing, I can go to sleep now.
No, you can be in a Jackie Kong project, and I won't tell you what it is.
I want to be in the Jackie Kong project.
And there's a way to get in, and I want to save that for you, because
she's teasing us. She's doing a teaser. It's coming up. We're going to give you the full info on this. So other than that, you did documentaries. What was the other documentary?
The other one was for Chris Alexander, who was the editor-in-chief at Fangoria magazine.
Oh, I love Fangoria.
Yes, he made a documentary. He's really knowledgeable. He's Canadian, and he sent someone to my house to shoot an interview so he could use it in his documentary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was in 2 documentaries. Did a lot of interviews.
What kind of camera did he send?
He sent a cameraman.
Right, but what kind of camera did he have?
I think it was a Canon, I don't know what it was, a Canon something.
They always use Canon for documentaries. I don't know why.
Yeah, but you know why?
Why?
Because you don't get cited for not having a permit. It looks like a regular camera.
Oh,
and so if you
that's
come
clever.
in with, if you come in with, let's say, the cameras that you have,
right,
they're going to immediately pull you over in Venice, let's say, and say, where's your permit?
That's interesting.
Yeah. The minute when you have a Canon, because it looks like an actual camera and not a film camera or a video camera, they don't ever get cited. That's why they use them all the time for documentaries.
You don't get this kind of knowledge from movie stars. You only get it from directors. People actually build the films.
Right, because you have to know every trick in the book when you're shooting in the streets.
Guerrilla.
Yeah, guerrilla filmmaking. My films are all shot in the streets, but planned very carefully.
Of course.
But like certain places are expensive. Like you don't want to have to pull a permit in Beverly Hills. Yeah, they're like
this film.
Down.
I bet they had to pull lots of permits for this film.
Well, to film in LA, you've got to pull a permit, but it usually is like a weekly permit. It's not that much, you know. You can afford it. But when you start going for $1,500 to $2,000 a day,
oh good Lord, just
for the permit in Beverly Hills, Pasadena. I'm going to name these cities because you don't let us film there because you make it exorbitant to pull a permit.
That's why it's all going to Canada and New Mexico.
That's right. And you got to hire police. You got to have it's a big production just from the city.
That's where the term came from. A major production.
Yes.
All right, let's get back to this film, and when we come back, you're going to tell us some more fun stuff about horror films. So don't go away and don't go to sleep because it's coming up right now.
Dropped out of the whole aerospace industry. Everybody lost their jobs.
Well, not everybody, as your mother so carefully pointed out. Some people actually kept their jobs, but not me, not Laura's husband.
thing is, you stuck it out. Did you not?
Well, yeah, with a loan from your mother.
Did she loan you money? Why would she do that? You're paying it back, every penny, honey. Phil, please. Please believe in yourself 1/10 as much as I believe in you. And you can't lose. Okay? Okay?
You're funny.
But delicious.
Mary! Mary, honey! Sweetheart. All right, calm down. Mary, don't be careful. Don't be careful.
Are you all right? Is she burned?
No, she's not, honey.
Are you okay, Mary?
She's just scared to death.
All right, this is all I need, really.
Honey.
Kids shouldn't be smoking in bed.
Bernice, we'll handle this. Were you smoking, Mary?
Phil, for God's sake.
Somebody lit the bed on fire.
Well, what do you think she's smoking?
Under the bed! In my room, I heard it! I did!
Dreaming. It was a bad dream. No? Oh, honey, shh. Daddy's going to look. Shh. Daddy, he's going to check under your bed. Shh. Please, Mary. Please, Mary. Deep breaths. Come on.
Well, here's the trouble.
What is it, honey?
Right here. Look at that.
Oh, for God's sake.
I was going to replace this 6 months ago before we ever moved.
See, there were sparks, honey.
Well, I'm going over all the wiring tomorrow. You can believe that. Well, obviously she can't sleep in her room tonight.
Mary will sleep in Kevin's room, all right?
Oh, no. You said we get our own rooms in the new house.
Kevin, I don't believe you. Mary is going to sleep in your room tonight, and that's it.
I knew it. Well, I know one thing. She's not allowed to touch any of my stuff. Mary? Hey, Mary. Don't cry, okay? You can play with my toys if you want. Not all of them. I'll tell you which ones, okay? Thanks, Kevin.
Well, it looks worse than it actually is. There's no structural damage. The paint, I can touch that up myself. Of course, this bed, it's going to have to be revarnished, that's for sure. It's going to take a few days.
Well, maybe it's just as well that Mary's going to be in with Kevin for a while. Don't you think, Phil? I mean, till she gets used to the house.
Well, I better get started. I got to go to work Monday.
Phil, listen. Do you think maybe Mary is slipping back into the nightmares?
Oh, no, honey. It's a new house. I'm familiar, that's all. Hey, when I was a kid, I thought there was a monster under my bed, too, didn't you? Huh?
I guess.
I wouldn't even put my foot over the bed. In the dark, I was sure that the monster was gonna...
Phil, don't do that! Don't grab me like that, you stink bug! No, stop it! Oh, no, don't! No, please! No, stop it!
Please, go away, go! Please, stop it, stop it! Go away, go away! Stop it! Go away, stop it, please, go away! Stop it, stop it, go away, stop it! Go away, stop it, go away! Mom, Dad, wake up! Mary's screaming!
What's the matter with Mary?
I don't know.
What?
She's screaming and acting real weird.
All right.
And when I tried, she just kept on yelling louder, and she hit me real hard.
Kevin,
I swear, she was yelling and she hit
were
me.
you teasing her?
No.
Shh. She's asleep, Kevin. Now, back into bed.
But she was...
No.
Phil.
There is no buts about it, buddy boy. Back in that bed, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Kid, I'm sure she was just having a nightmare, that's all. Okay? All right? We'll leave our door open.
Okay, Mary. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
How do you turn this thing off?
Well, it has to run down. Here.
Mary, I'm going to say this one time. I'm not going to say it again.
It wasn't that,
No,
though.
please, hush. Just be quiet. Hush. Listen. It's beginning to get on my nerves. I want you two to behave, to be good, to be quiet. I don't want you running in and out of our room every 2 minutes with some wild tale
Phil,
about
please.
something. No, this is it. I've had it, Laura.
Well, she maybe heard something, Phil.
You handle it.
Phil.
I did hear something, Mommy.
I know you did, sweetheart. Well, you think you did. It's the same. Tell you what, why don't you sleep in our room with us tonight? Would you like that?
No.
Well, are you sure?
I'm okay.
Okay, there's my girl.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome back to the show. Miss Kong had to step away for a moment. What is she doing in God's name?
Business.
Business. She had to conduct some business. You know, she's a famous director and she gets calls from people like Spielberg asking for advice. I've heard it before. I know, it's true. Anyways, we're going to take this opportunity to do letters because, what's her face is here? What is that, a bird?
It was a bird.
You know, she's always finding things down by the ocean side. Like, what about that dead seal you saw the other day? Yeah, she chased a vulture away from a dead seal. It was, you know, something's going to eat that seal. It's dead. Well, you know, seals die of old age eventually. She thinks everything lives forever.
Nature's cleanup.
Except her ex-boyfriends. Anyways, give me some mail, Mr. Livingston. And how are you, tall man?
I'm very well, thank you.
Very
Hayward,
well.
California.
This is from California. I need my glasses to tell.
Hayward.
Hayward?
Hayward.
You know, the first time I heard that city, I thought it meant somebody was going towards the hay. They were Hayward.
Good one.
Northwood, something like that. All right, it's a card. It's a Halloween card. You know, thank you for sending these to us early because, you know, we get so many of these on Halloween and we're reading them at Christmas and it just does not seem appropriate. All right, this is from VFR. Now, do you suppose this is a radio frequency, a company's title in letters, or an actual person's initials?
Could be a fire department.
A fire department is right. All right. Hello. What a long, strange trip this has been. Take care, you all, from me. Best wishes for a happy Halloween. Well, that's very nice. And look, it's got monsters on it, which is, that's an appropriate thing for Halloween, right? I think it is. I don't know.
This is from Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Oh, and it's got holographic Halloween stamps on it. G.E. Lewis. Oh, my goodness. What is this? Oh, it's got a stiff board. It must be a photo or something, right? What is this mystery? There's more. Oh, here we go. More of those stamps. Look. She's going to love those. You know, you should put these on the responses when you get warrants for your arrest. All right, and there's a photo on the back of this, and the letter says, Dear Vincent, your show is a treat. It airs on Saturday night here on our local university's cable access channel. I wish you told us which university. You know, we're kind of like old comedians. We're popular on college campuses and nowhere else. It's nice and it's odd at the same time. Thanks so much for The Hitchhiker, a film which certainly shows that humans can be the unloveliest creatures of all. A very different role for the ill-fated William Tolman, who I mainly remember as the DA on Perry Mason. You know, I recognize that man. He was the DA on Perry Mason.
I have no idea of what you speak.
No, that movie we showed, The Hitchhiker. The Hitchhiker was actually a DA later on. He got better. He stopped being bad. This Ida Lupino gem was criticized by some for the killer's apparent lack of motivation, not by me. It brings to mind another film I'd love to see again, Compulsion from 1959, featuring young Dean Stockwell. I like him. If you could, I'm going to try it. Let's see. Compulsion. Can we try to get that one, Tom? Yes, sir. All right. The enclosed USPS stamp sheet is for Tangela. I've already given them to her. Halloween Forever, XOXO from the Negative Zone. And he points to the photo of him, which I imagine is him in the negative zone. And P.S., if you ever get to Grayton, say hi to me, to Mr. Newton for me. but don't tell anybody he's there. I don't know what that means, but it means something to somebody. Maybe it means something to you, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for writing, sir. Next up, Mr. Livingston.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. You know, they needed a fort back then. We didn't even open this one.
It's open itself.
Oh, I see. It's got this sticky reusable. You know, we can use this for something else. Maybe we could use this, send him a note back. All right, Emily. This is from Emily. Dear Mr. Livingston, Tangela, and Vincent Van Dole, my dad and I love watching your show. We love Tangela's funny expressions. Do one. Do a funny expression. That's a good one. She does that one a lot. Not on TV so much, but she does it a lot. Vincent's jokes and Mr. Livingston's seriousness. I personally think that ramen is the best food to eat while watching creature features. You know, she could be right, you know.
Ramen?
Ramen, like the top ramen that comes in the, you know.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a noodle dish. You've had ramen. It looks like a hair. Except with more wiggles. From Emily and Eric. Well, thank you so much, Emily, and I hope things are well in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I wonder how she's watching us. You think maybe YouTube?
On the telly, perhaps, or
on the telly. I don't know.
On the computer.
On a computer? Somebody at that age should not be sitting in front of a computer. They should not be sitting in front of a television either.
Everybody does.
We won't discuss that. All right, this one is from Sloan Broadwater again. Sloan Broadwater, this is the bloke who wrote to us asking for assistance in resigning from his job as a stockbroker some months back. You recall him, right?
Vaguely.
How could you forget a name like Sloan Broadwater?
Never.
He sounds like a pretentious fop. All right, here he goes. Hello, Vincent. Hope things are going well. I recently read an article about you written a few years past that indicated you're a savvy investor and have made a handsome return in the stock market using the money you made in music. Oh, that is true, right? No, I bought all that Google stock. It's nice.
That was smart.
No, I thought I was buying Kugel, the peanut butter. And my stockbroker misunderstood. He said, Google, I don't know what this is. It's a new company. I said, just buy it all.
Luckily.
No, it's nice. All right. I'm wondering if you might have an hour or two available next week. I'll be in Northern California and like to present to you an amazing investment opportunity with our firm in Belize. This sounds sketchy. Don't let the grass grow long on this one. I think you could do well if you came in early to this incredible opportunity. Call me soon and let's touch base. I can give you the helicopter view and you could give it a look under the hood. Connect soon, Sloan Broadwater.
Talk about mixing metaphors.
I don't know what to say about this. It's a scam, I think. Tangela, send him 7 pounds of goat manure. And he can take that as my investment. Right? Is that it?
That's it.
That's it. If you'd like to send us a letter of your own, send it to the email address you see appearing under this shoe here. Or if you'd like to send something in the mail, like a Halloween card, send it to the address you see appearing under this knee here. We'll be right back with Checky Kong, but first let's get back to Don't Go to Sleep from 1982.
We all loved her, Mama. That's not it. It's Mary. She's going through such a difficult time now. I don't want things all over the house that remind her of Jennifer.
Hogwash.
Mama.
If you love somebody, you don't pretend they never existed.
No one is pretending she never existed, but she's dead. Mama, Jennifer is dead.
I suppose when I'm dead and gone, you'll shut my picture up somewhere. Pretend you never had a mother.
That is so ridiculous. Don't say that. Don't even think that. That's not it at all.
Oh, she was so beautiful.
Yes.
She looked like you when you were a little girl.
Boy, I wish wish I hadn't let Philip drive.
No. It was an accident. It was nobody's fault. It was nobody's fault. You remember that now. It was nobody's fault, darling.
Please go away. Please go away, please. Go away! Go away! Please! Please, leave me alone! Go away! Leave me alone! Stop it! Stop it!
Sneaking around, spying again, sonny boy?
Mary's acting weird.
Why'd you tell your mother? Well, you were gonna tell on me. Why don't you tell on Mary?
I'm going to. Mary? Go ahead. Kill me. Kill me.
Mary! Honey! Mary, what are you doing under here? Sweetheart, come on. Come on out. Mary, what on earth are you doing under the bed? Jennifer. Shh, just calm down. Now, what is it? What is it?
Jennifer.
What about Jennifer?
She was here.
Oh, Mary, you were just dreaming.
She was there. She talked to me. She was. She was.
Mary, Jennifer is dead. She is in heaven, and you know that.
I don't care. I saw her. I did.
No.
I did. I saw her.
No, sweetheart. You didn't. There's some very good people I hear at UC Davis
What do you mean
that
you
could
hear?
see Mary.
Huh? You've been discussing this all over town? Or
No,
something?
Philip, I talked to one woman at one market, and her son happens to work at the clinic there.
Honey, we don't need clinics and we don't need psychiatrists. You're overreacting to this whole thing.
Philip, Mary is convinced that Jennifer is alive.
She's convinced? Huh. She's not convinced. She misses her sister, that's all. There was some They were close in age, and so she had some kind of a flashback or something. There's nothing to worry about.
She hasn't slept 2 hours since we moved into this house, Phil.
Well,
I think her health is in some danger.
Why don't you just call a doctor and get her a sleeping pill?
Oh, you can't just call and get a prescription. You think they prescribe over the telephone sleeping pills? They have to see the person.
Mary? No, go away. Mary, come on. It's me. No. No! No! Arise, Queen Guinevere. Camelot awaits. Come on, Mary, don't you remember? Now you're supposed to say, thanks a lot, Lancelot. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Jennifer, is it Sir Lancelot? I thought that I'll never leave you again. Promise? Promise. Promise? Promise. But you have to help me. How? They don't want me to be here. They don't miss me like you do. They don't care. But they loved you. Not real love. Not like you do. And I always loved you the most. They always hated that. And they said we were in our own little world.
Philip, what's really bothering you about her seeing someone? I mean, I'm talking about going once or twice. A lot of people go to psychiatrists
Laura,
and psychiatrists.
a lot of people are not
It's
who
common.
we're talking about. We're talking about our family. Now, these people that hired me, that's a very special situation. Believe me, it is. They know what happened when Jennifer died. I told them all about it. And I assured them that everything was all right. Now, if they find out that Mary is going to a psychiatrist or going to a clinic, they're going to think that there's some pressure here at the house. They're going to think that I'm under some kind of tension. Somebody is always looking to trip you up. You know, Mary is... She's not the only one that had to deal with this. I don't know why she doesn't forget it. Why didn't she let it go?
To keep us a secret. Don't say anything about me anymore. But why? First of all, they won't believe you. They'll think something's wrong with you. They'll try and keep us apart. They will. Spy on us. They'll try and catch you talking to me. They don't spy on me. They don't have to. You mean Kevin? And he tells. He teases and snoops and spies and tells. He always tells. We've got to take care of Kevin.
Portions of Creature Features are brought to you by the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Explore the mystery at winchestermysteryhouse.com.
You know, my hair is actually behaving today.
I love your hair.
No, well, you should have seen it last week. It was all, I looked like Frankenstein with a flat head.
You did a flat top.
No, I did not intentionally. No, it's been hot in this damn bloody mansion.
What? No AC here?
We have AC, but it was designed in the Victorian period. And they did not have the technological skill to create a cooling system.
Well, that makes sense.
That was adequate, right? And then, you know, they were smaller back then, too. Welcome back to the show. We are watching Don't Go to Sleep with the wonderful director, Jackie Kong. And real quick on this film, did you notice this ghost girl is wearing, like, this drab 1980s schoolgirl outfit?
Is she the sister?
I suppose. I mean,
I don't know. I'm a little confused. I think it's the sister.
I believe it will be explained more clearly before. But what I want to know is, that in the afterlife, are you stuck wearing
a bad outfit? Well, I hope not.
No, imagine a ghost comes back in 2021 wearing a 1980s outfit. He's going to be laughed off the stage.
That's true. That's true.
Right?
Well, that means...
We're going to get back to this film in a minute. I want to talk about you. You were telling me during the film that you were featured in an article in a magazine.
Yes.
Right?
This summer, I was featured in an article in Brazil, in Portuguese, that said Jackie Kong, this is the title of the article, revolutionized horror films with her irreverence, with her humor and artistry. Great compliment.
You did?
Yeah, great compliment. So I was very happy.
I would have a bumper sticker that would say that.
Yeah, I should.
I would put that on the back of your car saying, I am Jackie Kong and I did exactly this.
I revolutionized horror films.
You are a revolutionary filmmaker.
That's why I was in this documentary.
Well, part of that was because of Blood Diner, right?
Blood Diner especially, yeah.
Why? How did you pull off, what went through your head to make that happen?
I tell you, Blood Diner was your typical horror film. But
no, it was not typical at all.
No, the script was. But what I saw was the chance to create these great characters. The characters are insane.
Right.
And whenever I do a screening, we sold out the, Quentin Tarantino's theater. I think I told you that the last time I was here.
Right.
And I always ask, who are your favorite characters? And the audience always screams out their favorite characters. Sold out crowd. It's almost like a Rocky Horror Show kind of screening.
Oh, how fun.
And then, and what's interesting is, I created these characters. Half of them are not even alive. They're like, it's just like a brain, talking brain with eyeballs, or a dummy that I gave dialogue. But people love these characters. Or Sheetar, the vixen goddess from hell.
Sheetar. How did you come up with that name, Sheetar?
Well, and then Uncle Anwar. People love Uncle Anwar. But I'm telling you, what I do is I create great characters.
And that's the key to any good film, right?
It's absolutely the key. And they're so fascinating, people can't stop watching because they want to know what's going to happen to these characters, these insane characters. And then I give them a mission. And so the story I've written, for example, the publisher read it, and said, there's nothing else like it. It's like insane, which makes it difficult for me to get them made because people like to do something that's been done before. It's just
you want to do something different, which will set it aside from everything else.
That's right. Otherwise, I'm not interested in making it. Quite honestly, it's really. I know I can make a film. I'm not going to make the same film again. They've always asked me for sequels to Blood Diner, sequels to Night Patrol, and I said I already made that film.
It's one of a kind.
Yeah,
keep it as it is.
Yeah.
Why? So. You think there's going to be a sequel to Don't Go to Sleep?
I doubt it.
What would it be called?
It's okay. It's okay.
Don't Wake Up. Don't Wake Up. All right, well, let's get back to this film. When we come back, we're going to talk about some other interesting thing you did. But first, let's get back to Don't Go to Sleep. Don't go to sleep as you watch Don't Go to Sleep.
Mom, help me! Help me, Mom! What happened? Kevin, are you all right? Kevin, how in the world did this bed fall down? I don't know. Well, I bet Dad put it together wrong when he set it up.
Yeah, well, I'll get blamed. Where were you anyway?
Oh, I just went to the bathroom. Look, we'll put it together ourselves, and then no one will know. And then tomorrow night, I'll move back into my room, and you'll have your own room to yourself again. Well, you don't have to look that happy about it.
No reading at the table, please.
But Dad gets to.
Kevin, just eat. Huh? What's wrong with your head?
Nothing.
No, let me see.
This is really something.
You've got a big goose egg there. Would you please be more careful?
There's a guy down.
What is it?
There's a guy in Amarillo, Texas, that built his entire house out of bottles. Took him 11 years.
Okay.
He's got nothing on you, Phil. Give you a little more time and you could add on a whole new wing.
Mary?
All right. Would you sit down in your seat, please?
Mom?
I'm standing in the area where little Todd Witterman, age 6, was last seen yesterday by several older boys who were here playing softball. Todd had been picnicking about 200 yards from here with neighborhood friends and had wandered away after lunch. Because there were several other children at the picnic, Todd was not immediately missed. He wasn't gone more than 5 minutes, according to his stricken mother.
Well,
But an all-night
Laura's
last
at the
night,
supermarket.
day had failed to
Shopping.
clue as to the missing
Line
child.
must be a mile long.
Search and rescue teams from 2 counties, including sheriff's deputies,
Jan Darren is better.
volunteers,
And Chuck Iverson, Chuck and Jan, and the whole on-the-spot news team.
without
That's who you want to be watching.
several of the rescue team members familiar
Well,
with
Bernice,
it is honeycombed
If you want to know what's going on in the world.
confuse and hamper
they're all the same.
helicopters from the
But
sheriff's department
if you
and
want to
one
watch them, why don't you go upstairs?
child. Deputies,
My
however,
set's on the fritz.
whether
The last time the repairman told me
several small
the
back
phase
areas.
impedance crossover was shot to hell. I don't think he knows sheep from shoe polish.
However, so far, no evidence of any wild animal attack has been turned up. This is Hamlet.
How many of those have you had?
Last evening's plane crash has left the number of dead. The number of bodies charred and
How's about a drink, Bernice? Hmm?
727
Oh, have a sidecar.
I'm making martinis.
Brandy, triple sec, a dash of lemon juice. That's all there is in a sidecar.
I know how to make a sidecar. I really know how to make a sidecar. You want a martini or not?
from 2 months to 35 years.
How many of those have you had?
Taken to hospital where all were treated for various injuries. An evacuation center was set out by the Red Cross. Residents in the central neighborhood left home.
I am relaxing after a hard day at work, and I'm having a few martinis in my own house. And if I want to have 2 martinis or 10 martinis, that is my business. You dig?
Suit yourself.
What are you trying to tell me, Bernice? You trying to tell me something?
Nothing, just you know how you get when you drink martinis.
I don't know how I get. Why don't you tell me, huh? I'd like to know. Tell me, how do I get?
You know.
Oh, I know, all right. I know. And who was it that kept pushing martinis in my hand, huh? Who was it that wouldn't let us go earlier when everybody was all right, huh? Who was that? Who was it that kept saying, oh, come on, Phil. Just one more. Have one more. Just one for the road. Who was that? Where are you going, Bernice? Come on, Bernice. Don't be a party pooper. Just one more. Why don't you have one for the road? Huh?
wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was my fault.
She knows. But how? The picture's in her room. She knows I'm here. She'll wreck everything.
But how can she wreck everything?
Mary, you do love me, don't you?
Yes.
You do want us to be together, don't you? Don't want anyone to come between us again, do you?
Oh, no, please.
Well, then.
But what can we do about it? What about Kevin?
We can use Kevin to help us get rid of Grandma.
Battalion 9, the PD aren't going to that location. Full orders and truck 92 were available.
Be here. Mom? Wait, she's in bed. I can hear Mama?
Set her down. Set her down. She's arresting.
What? She's having another? Mama?
Take it easy. Take it easy, lady. Bill, the paddle. Quick. And head paddles. Right. Don't touch these, lady. All right. Ready? Clear.
Here.
One more time. Ready? Clear.
Yeah, Mother.
It's on.
We're getting something. We're getting something. She's coming around.
Mama.
She's coming around. Bill, check the oxygen.
Mama. Mama.
Okay.
She's in bed. Mother. What? Oh. Mother.
It's on.
Losing her. The paddles. Again, the paddles.
Hit her hard. Flatline.
Clear. Come on, lady.
Brace it.
Clear.
Please.
Come on, lady.
Once more harder.
Come on.
Try again. Try again.
Guy from Staten Island, New York. Keep up the good work. I love the classic, silly horror movies you show on your show. I just enjoy it, and keep up the good work. Bye.
Hello, this is Livingston. Apparently, one of my newly acquired domestic duties is to request help for our show financially by asking you to visit our Patreon page. Your generosity will help keep Creature Features on the air, which I'm not entirely sure is a good thing. However, with only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new programming each week, which apparently some of you curiously enjoy. And should you have the desire to give even more, you might even receive a gift from Miss Tangella. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you. Portions of Creature Features are brought to you by the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Explore the mystery at winchestermysteryhouse.com.
Wake up, Jackie. Wake up, Jackie. We're back on. Don't go to sleep!
Sorry, did I fall asleep?
It's a boring movie, but it's going to get better.
Okay.
I promise.
All right.
It might. Maybe. We'll see. Anyways, welcome back to the show. We are with the wonderful Jackie Kong watching Don't Go to Sleep, 1982. You know,
I'll try not to.
What were you doing in 1982?
82, I was making movies. God, I've been writing since I was a teenager.
So, if you'd seen this in 1982, I think you would have gone to them and said, give me the money, I'll do a better job.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
I would have said that. I said, I can do better than that.
I have no doubt, little doubt.
And I promise you, you never fall asleep in one of my movies, ever. Ever.
No.
It's not possible. I defy someone to be able to fall asleep in one of my films.
Have you seen one of your own movies enough times where you get bored watching it?
You know what's weird about my films, especially Blood Diner? People have told me they're like fans. They tattoo Blood Diner on their arm. There's
My goodness.
Huge fans, yeah. They said that they never tire of watching it because it always surprises them. I really believe in this element of surprise.
No, well, I always worry about this because, you know, as a former musician, I would hear my music on the radio and I'd be like, oh my God, turn it off.
Really?
No, I don't want to hear this. I've heard this song 10 million times.
Well, maybe you've heard it 10 million times, but with a film, maybe you watch it like, you know.
5 million times? 1 million times?
Well,
I mean,
that would be a crazy
You were there
fan.
for the entire process. You were there at the beginning of writing. You were there for filming. You were there for editing. And then you're probably there for every release on DVD and Blu-ray and the commentary and all this.
Right. You know what it is? You know, quite honestly, I refused to show up for a lot of that stuff.
Why?
I just felt like I made the movie, I did my job. It's like the dog and pony show, promoting your stuff. And I was I got a reputation for not showing up for like releases and parties and stuff like that. So people started spreading rumors that...
So you're like a bit of a diva, are you not?
I'm not a diva, but I guess I was mysterious for a while.
No, that's important.
And
no, Hitchcock was the same way.
Yeah, I don't think that you should spill all your secrets.
No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Because
but you're actually spilling a secret right now, are you
not?
About not spilling your secrets, right? I mean,
yeah,
you're giving your secret away right now.
I shouldn't be spilling the secret about not spilling the secret.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, because that's a secret.
Caught me.
So you did not hear that. Forget it. It did not happen.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna Forget what you just
how does
heard.
it feel
Forget
to
what
be
you
like
just
the
heard.
only female director in the world?
I'm
of
not
horror
the
films?
only one, but I'm considered one of the most influential to the genre.
Right, but you were telling me that every time you go to one of these things,
Mm-hmm.
it's all male directors.
Well, no, the documentary, I was the only female director in Search of Darkness 2, because there just aren't that many.
Right.
Especially that moved to cult status. I've moved into this cult status position now where when I show up, people want my autograph.
Oh, no, I know. I have an altar to Jackie Kong in my bedroom. It's a special little closet, and I open it every night.
Well, people actually do, believe it or not. And Blood Diner.
And they should.
And they've got, like I said, tattoos.
No,
they
you're
told
a
me that I've
trailblazer.
influenced their life. I mean, I want my films to have impact. I just won't make a movie to make a movie. And so now it took me this long to write something this good that people tell me the few people I've shown it to, they have to sign a non-disclosure.
This is the new thing.
This is the new
Oh,
thing.
no, this is a teaser. We're not ready to disclose yet.
You have to sign a non-disclosure.
We need to watch Small Movie first, right?
Yes, I'm curious to see what's going to happen. I think it's the sister, and I think she's back for revenge. That's my guess. So stay tuned and watch it.
Listen to her. She knows about these things.
I write this stuff.
That's right. That's right. All right, off we go. Back to Don't Go to Sleep. It's a good film. Believe it or not. Trust me. Bye.
This string was broken.
So what?
So you were messing around with Ed.
No, Grandma's dead.
So what?
So don't you feel sad?
Why should I?
'Cause you're supposed to. When someone dies, you're supposed to feel sad about it and not think about that stupid snake.
Ed is not a stupid snake. He's a lizard. And don't pretend you feel sad about Grandma, because I know you're not.
How would you know?
Because she loved Jennifer more than you.
Anyway, I hate lizards, and I wouldn't even try to touch one. And second of all, Ed is the dumbest name for a lizard I've ever heard of.
Ed isn't just a lizard. He's an iguana. And this is proof that you were messing around with his terrarium.
Maybe it was Mom cleaning up or something. What would I want with this slimy monster anyway?
Oh, you're guilty. Boy, are you ever guilty.
Get out of here. Get out. I'm not guilty. I'm not. And you're lying. Just get out of here.
Miss me? Get out! You're getting weird, Mary. And Mom and Dad know it. And I heard them talking that they're going to send you to the shrink.
Shut up. Just shut up. What do you know anyway?
Oh, yes, I do.
You don't know anything.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to tell them everything.
Heaven, what on earth is all this noise about? Answer me.
It wasn't me, Mom. It was Mary.
Now, not another word. I don't want one bit of your back talk. Now, just be quiet, go in your room, and not a word. I have had it. Go!
Boy, Ed, you're lucky. No sister, no mom. It's a jungle out there.
Don't worry about it. Nothing's going to happen. But I've never been to a psychiatrist. He'll ask me all kinds of questions, and I won't know what to say. Listen to me. There's nothing to worry about. I'll help you. But how? Remember how I used to do your homework for you? Yes. That's not the real worry now. Now we've got to worry about Kevin. And don't worry. I'll help you with the shrink.
This little bank I got in Nome, Alaska. The old man that gave it to me had had it since he was a little kid, probably about your age. You're gonna love it. Watch right here, watch right here. Never could figure out why he didn't want to keep it. How about this one, Mary? Watch this, watch. That was his fastball. You want to see his slider? Ah, horses, horses. You must like horses. All little girls like horses. Jockeys, jumping over fences. I got this one in Brisbane. You know where Brisbane is?
Australia.
Good, right. And this one is from a very special collection made around 1900, 1905. And I begged and I pleaded with the owner. This is the only one he'd give me. All the rest of them are in museums. That's funny. You try it. See if you can make it work.
Is this supposed to make me feel some way or something?
What?
What you're doing, is this a kind of psychology?
Yes. It's supposed to make you feel at ease. Have confidence. Well, I do one with video games that's supposed to not make you feel so threatened.
Well, I don't feel threatened.
Oh, that's good. How do you feel?
About what?
Anything. Home, school, the weather.
Are you still playing that game?
Yes, I am. All right, look, what I want to know specifically is how you feel about things. Your mother and father seem to think you have a problem. How about your brother?
Kevin?
Tell me, how do you get along together?
Okay, most of the time. Sometimes not. That's when he's being a jerk.
What does that mean, being a jerk?
You know, he's a boy. He's 9. So sometimes he's a jerk.
Yes, well, that's logical. I guess that would qualify almost anyone for jerkhood. So you play with Kevin, and that's it. There isn't anyone else to play with.
Well, we just moved in, and school hasn't started yet. Look, Dr. Cole, did my mom tell you that I thought I saw Jennifer?
Was that your sister?
She's dead. She died in a car accident.
Would you like to talk about it?
She got killed. It's over. It was an accident. That's all.
Is it?
I know my mom probably told you some pretty weird stuff about me thinking Jennifer was alive.
Something like that, yes.
But see, that was only a dream. I thought I saw her and talked to her, but I was only dreaming.
I see. Then she didn't come back or anything.
Oh, no. Come back? She's dead, Dr. Cole.
Mary? Kevin? You guys? Hey, I'm making some tuna fish sandwiches and then you can have some cookies later.
Okay, Mom, in a minute.
All right, well, they'll be in the fridge when you want them.
Thanks, Mom.
Kevin.
Wow, how'd you make it do that?
You just hold it like sideways, kind of. You hold it like this. You make it slanted, and then you throw it that way. Now, not at me. but away. Then it'll curve and come to me. I'll try. Okay, now, you have to get it tilted and throw it. There, you jerk! Sorry. Now we can't play. Dad'll get it when he gets home from work. But that'll be hours from now. Well, you can't go up there. You're not allowed. Oh, yeah? Who's gonna stop me? I'm telling. Big deal. Mommy?
And they were bringing children to him that he might touch them, and the disciples rebuked them. But when Jesus saw it, he was indignant and said to them, "Let the children come to me, do not hinder them, for to such belongs the kingdom of God. Truly, I say to you, whoever does not receive the kingdom of God like a child shall not enter it." And he took them in his arms and blessed them, laying his hand upon them. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus, saying, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And calling to him a child, he put him in the midst of them and said, "Truly, I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever humbles himself like this child, he is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Whoever receives one such child in my name receives me. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him to have a great millstone fastened around his neck and to be drowned in the depth of the sea."
Guests of the show stay at Hotel E on Courthouse Square in Santa Rosa. Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best. Better that than my bagpipes.
I told him not to go up on the roof. I told him.
What's wrong? Nobody's blaming you, are they?
No, nobody's blaming me. How could they? I told him.
I guess like most little brothers, he did the exact opposite of what you told him to do, right?
Yes, he all...
How do you feel about it?
Sad, but it's worse for Mom and Dad.
Were you sadder when Jennifer died?
I guess, but I'm not anymore.
Were you sad for a long time?
Pretty long.
How long?
No, I don't know.
I mean, 3 months, 6 months.
I don't know, I said.
A year.
That's a dumb question, how long? I'm over it now. So what's the difference?
Well, good. It's good to get over things like that, right?
Yes.
Come on, Dad. Eat. Come on. Gotta keep up your strength. Ed, come on. Don't give me a hard time. I don't know what he eats. He's gonna die if he doesn't eat.
Phil.
My son's pet. I didn't even bother to find out what the damn thing eats.
Look, don't worry. I'll take him to the pet shop tomorrow morning, and they'll
You
find
what?
him a...
No,
find him a
no,
home.
honey, you're not gonna do that. This is my son's pet. I'm gonna keep him. Isn't that right, Ed? Isn't that right, old boy? Hmm? I don't know what he was doing up on the roof anyway. I told him 100 times. He used to climb on the roof when I was a kid, but I never fell off. I should have never given him a frisbee.
Bill, please stop. I don't drink. You are drinking too much, Philip.
Really?
Yes, really.
Damn right I am. And why shouldn't I? I've got to work. Don't I? I've got to try and keep everything. I don't understand it. I really don't. I can't take it anymore. I can't.
You can't take it. Neither can I. All of this is not just happening to you, Philip.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what he
honey.
was doing on the roof. He was in the kitchen, not 2 minutes before, taking a cookie. Oh, my mother and 2 of my children have died this year in
Honey,
1 year.
honey,
And what do I get from you, this weeping, drunk bit? It is indulgent, Philip. And don't lean on me. I can't comfort you now. I can't do everything. I'm not a rock. I cannot handle every detail.
Oh, wait a minute. What details are you talking about?
Everything!
Well, I'm asking.
All of it, Philip! The funeral details. Packing up all the
Now hold it. Now wait a minute.
Taking the
hold
place
it.
of goodwill.
Now just a minute. You hold it right there. I wanted to make that call, if you will remember.
Did you?
No, because you wouldn't let me.
If I don't do it, it doesn't get done. That's the truth. I don't want to see people staring at me sympathetically and
They're keeping their distance because maybe I'm contagious.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I can't.
But I'm gonna have to do it because you can't take it. No. No, you do it. You do it. You do it this time, Philip. You pack up his little shirts and pants and his rocket ship.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. I will do it. I will do it right now. Hey, if it'd been a snake, it would have bit me. I found Ed's food.
Oh, good.
Hey, Ed, old buddy, soup's on. There you go. There you go. Oh, that's better. That's more like it. You're gonna live because we found your food, huh? Huh?
Must look awful.
Beautiful.
Yes.
No, you're beautiful.
Those maps.
Honey, you know, a little emotion that just, it gives a lady such a beautiful flush.
Our Kevin.
We're gonna make it. You know, there's a lot of people that go through tragedy and they overcome it. We're not alone. You know what we'll do? Hmm? You know what we'll do?
What?
We'll sell this place and we'll discuss a little place. Just a little bitty place.
Stuff. Did you ever read any of his comic books? Jen, Astro Man? Yuck. Look at this gross thing. Jen, we shouldn't do this anymore. Okay, we won't. Oh, yuck. No, I'm really serious. Me too. We only did this in the first place because you wanted to. I wanted to. So we could be together. How come they let kids read this stuff? I do want us to be together. Well, it doesn't look too good right now. They're selling the house. Good. It's depressing here. If you think it's depressing here, wait till you see where they send you when they move. What do you mean? You don't think they're taking you with them, do you? Why do you think they're moving to a smaller house? Because you're not going to be with them. You're going to be put in a nut house. That's one place I'm not going to. What makes you think I'm going to a nut house? Because Dr. Cole thinks you're nuts. But I told him everything you said. He doesn't believe you. He's smart. And he told them that you need treatment. You know what treatment is? They lock you in a room all alone with no pictures or books. They strap you to a bed. They won't even let you go to the bathroom. Then, every day, they stick needles in you. No. And if you think I'm gonna hang around there, you really are nuts.
Mary? Honey, what are you doing up?
Nothing.
Thank you. Who were you talking to, Mary? Jennifer. I talk to Jennifer, too. I talk to her every night. apologize. I try to tell her how sorry I am. I made us stay late at Grandma's that night. If only I had driven home.
It wasn't your fault, Mommy. It was an accident.
I know. And then Mother and Grandma and Kevin. Poor, sweet little Kevin. Oh, God, enough. Enough.
Don't cry, Mommy. Go to bed now.
Okay. Okay, Mary. No.
Mommy?
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome back to Creature Features. We're watching Don't Go to Sleep with the wonderful Jackie Kong. Jackie, this is becoming a vengeful ghost story. Would you ever do like a vengeful ghost story?
No.
Neither would I. I don't blame you.
I think it's been done.
There's too many vengeful ghosts. I want to see Casper the Friendly Ghost. I wish we could show that film. I love. Did you ever see the real life Casper film?
Yes, I did. But when you do, have me back on.
No,
I'd like to make commentary on
if we do that one, yes.
Okay.
By all means. All right. No, but you're going to be busy doing something else.
Yes.
What?
I'm busy.
Tell us. It's time.
Okay. Well, I'm spilling it to you.
Premiere information. Nobody knows this.
Yes. No one knows this information, and it's going to be coming out shortly. But in October, I'm launching the first Jackie Kong comic book series.
Comic book?
Comic book series.
Oh my goodness.
Horror comic book series in which I can do things that I can't do on film.
Because it's all drawn.
Yes, and I'm working with fantastic artists. And I'm going to send you, Stephen Blickenstaff just did my portrait. I don't know if you know him, but he did the portrait from, when was it? The Cramps album cover, Lord Ward on Rolling Stone.
Right.
The Guardian had it on the cover. He's iconic, and he did my portrait, which captures me for Kong Comics.
Oh, how wonderful!
But how
it's going to be called Kong Comics.
Kong Comics.
I love it.
And the platform, and you can get involved, and you can even be in the first issue because I'm launching it on Kickstarter, October 5th.
October 5th, Kickstarter.
Yes.
This is so. I love Kickstarter because you can like do things.
Yes.
And not have to be tied to Hollywood.
That's right. Nobody is compromising my vision of what I want to create.
Right.
And so I have already written 350 pages of this comic series, and I'm launching it in October, just for the month of October, Halloween, my favorite season.
Of course, that makes sense.
And you can buy and get your first edition signed by me, or you can buy your way in. Not buy your way in.
How
Let me
amazing.
take that back. You can back it.
Back
you
it.
can
Yes.
back it
No, no,
because
you-
that's the real
They
terminology.
become like a producer, like a
That's
miniature
right.
executive producer.
So you're not
for
buying a
book.
comic book. You're backing a project, and
Right.
you are one of the producers. You
Right.
become a part of the project, which is another great thing
How
that this does.
wonderful.
So if you can back it as low as $5 for a sticker, $15 for a first edition issue, and I will sign it. And then there are these perks that you can get where you can be in it. So
Right.
you can
Right.
be immortalized for life in this first run comic.
That's better than a movie.
That's better than a movie.
Because in a movie, you look just like you normally do with makeup on, but in a comic book, they make you look better.
Yes, you can
Right.
send in whatever age you want, whatever
Right.
picture, and my artists will create you as one of the characters in the comic.
So these are going to be horror comics.
Yes, it's called Spend the Night. You're getting that title first.
Spend the Night. It's
Yes.
better than Don't Go to Sleep.
It's a lot better than
Right?
Don't Go to Sleep. Well, think about it. You got to spend the night. Whenever you spend the night at someone's house, isn't it always unsettling? You're out of your environment.
That's a great theme.
Yes.
I remember as a child spending the night at the...
My first time spending the night, I ran out into the darkness. I was so afraid. I ran home.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was
All
a
right.
Jackie
Well, you had
Kong
creepy
experience.
friends. That's why. That's the
For
only reason why
sure.
you would do that.
For sure, I had creepy friends.
Or that
but
your friends had creepy parents.
The idea
I don't know.
is, and I don't want to spill it because you've got to go to the Kickstarter campaign.
Right.
October 5th when it
And we'll be
launches.
showing the URL for this.
It'll be right on the
Right.
bottom here, or you'll put a card up. But I have first day perks, which is instead of paying, or spending the money to get the regular backed price, you get a huge discount if you come in the first day on certain things. Yeah.
How
So
wonderful.
I'm excited. I love working with
I'm
the artists.
excited.
Yeah, it's.
No, we're going to talk about putting me.
Yes,
on the 10
you've got to be in it.
You should be in it.
Because it's going to be iconic like my horror films.
It's going to be iconic like you.
Yeah, and I want to tell you what else I'm doing, and I'm spilling it.
We'll save that for the next one. We're going to get
Okay.
back to the film. We're going to finish the film, and then you're going to tell us.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
All right, off we go to the end of Don't Go to Sleep. So don't go to sleep for the end of Don't Go to Sleep. See you soon.
These are great.
The reason that I wanted to speak to both of you together...
But they cost you an arm and a leg, huh?
Well, yes, they represent quite an investment. What I want the two of you to understand is the extraordinary stress that you have been under is affecting all of you, not just your daughter.
What do you suggest, Doctor?
That all three of you need counseling.
Well, now,
I don't mean anything long and drawn out. I just mean you have been through so much. You should know that you're not alone. It happens. Airplane crashes, hotel fires, floods, whole families wiped out.
Earthquakes.
Beg your pardon?
Earthquakes. Fires, floods, earthquakes.
Yes, that's why I think you should consider spending a little time each week at a counselor.
Well, I'm going to work.
Look, it can cause depression and guilt for the survivors.
I understand that, yes.
It can be a real danger.
She seems fine to me. As a matter of fact, she's handling this better than any of us, right?
Paid attendance, 28,373. They're watching it end.
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Yeah, sure.
Can I use Mom's hairdryer? Mine's broken.
Well, it's right there. Hey! Hey, honey! I can't hear the radio with the hairdryer on. Would you just bring it over here, please? Thank you. Just set it right there. That's fine. What's for dinner?
Pizza. Mom's getting it.
Pepperoni?
Yeah.
Don't you like pepperoni?
Yeah.
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 Whatever happened to eat gross?
Oh, Daddy.
Yeah, you used to say, ew, gross. I mean, does yuck sort of cover the same ground?
I still say ew, gross, but yuck is different.
Yeah, how's that?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, I'm interested.
Well, gross is yuckier than plain yuck. I guess you'd just call it triple yuck.
Chance to be the winner.
I see, so if I order a pizza with pepperoni, well, that deserves a yuck. What if I order a pizza with, say, got a raw egg on it?
Oh, Daddy, I'm so sure.
I'm back. Pizza time.
They never should have traded away Tommy John. I say they never should have traded Tommy John. He's the heart of the pitching staff. You don't just trade the heart of the pitching staff away. That's the spark that ignites the team. Hey!
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. I pulled the wrong plug. I'm going to finish in my own room, okay?
Don't you want to take the radio, too?
Oh, Daddy.
2 on, 1 out. Warner out of the
Save me some pepperoni.
Taking high,
yeah.
1-1. 5-4, we're in the 8th. Flores digging in, swinging the bat back and forth. Now waiting for the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Backhanded, over to first base in time, and they're 2 away. Sterling is 1 for 3. He doubled in the second inning. Smith, 1-3 and lost 3 is into the windup. And the pitch to Sterling is low and outside, ball 1. You gotta be careful with these. He's got great
Phil? Philip? I don't know how to do this. Philip? Is anybody using too much electricity in the house? You scared me. I don't know what's going on with these lights.
I don't know. Pizza.
Yeah.
Can I cut the pizza?
This half is just pepperoni. Oh, okay. But be careful. It's very sharp. All right? Make sure Daddy's pieces are nice and big. Where is he anyway?
Upstairs taking a bath, I guess.
Okay. We blew a fuse or something, Phil. Philip. If I could tear you away from your bath. Help me.
Yeah, what's the address?
13666 Mr. Christian. Hello? Hello?
Mommy, I'm hungry. But I cut it just like you said. Big pieces for Daddy, little pieces for you and me. Mommy? Are you all right?
Just till you're out of the
I
facility.
can walk. I can walk just fine. Give me a cane or
Hospital
something.
rules.
No.
It's hospital rules. We have to.
Dr. Cole.
Regulations.
All right. I can do it. I am all right.
Laura, relax. You've had 2 shots. You can't even think. Please, relax.
Listen, don't go fall down those stairs in the middle of the night now.
I told that intern that I fell down some stairs. I didn't tell him that my 12-year-old, who had just murdered her father, was trying to murder me.
The police can't verify that. Now, the radio fell in the bathtub accidentally.
Do you believe that, Doctor? Really?
It doesn't matter what I believe about Mary, except that she is definitely mentally disturbed. She's being diagnosed by Dr. Robin Samuel, one of the best in the country. As a matter of fact, Dr. Samuel is with her now.
Why? Why not you?
I'm a psychologist. I can't prescribe the therapy she needs, drug therapies, hospitalization.
What's wrong, Doctor? What is wrong with her?
Has anyone in your family or Phillips ever been treated for psychotic depression?
No. No one. My mother's dad. My grandfather once locked himself in the basement for days. He wouldn't eat, and another time he didn't talk for 6 months. In those days, the doctors called it melancholia. Hereditary?
There can be a predisposition towards psychotic depression, as there can be towards alcoholism. A person doesn't have to get it, but it can be triggered. I think the trigger in Mary's case was an unusually long mourning period after her sister's death. And the mourning turned into depression, depression into guilt, guilt into anger. The anger turned in on itself. And I think that's why she set fire to the bed.
The car keys.
It's all right. You left them in the car.
Mary's here
Yes, she's with Dr. Samuel.
Dr. Cole, I have to ask you something.
Yes?
This anger that Mary directed inward, as you say, against herself, isn't it possible that she directed anger outward against others, against her family?
Yes.
Killing everyone in the family?
Now, can you make it, Mrs. Hogan?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Careful now.
What you have to realize, Laura, is that Mary has a disease. But they can do a lot these days. You get some rest. She's in good hands. You're in good hands. Your job is to get well so that when Mary's released, she'll have a home to come to.
Released?
You and your daughter are going to be together again.
Hairstyling for the show was provided by Restoration Hair in Santa Rosa.
These will help you sleep.
Thank you, Sarah. You're very kind.
Will you try and get some rest, you hear? If you need me, I'll be in the next room. Good night.
Now, Mary, I want you to try. Try very hard. To remember that night. Your mother, and your father, and Kevin, and Jennifer.
In the car.
Your grandmother in the car?
Grandma's house.
Ah, come on. Just one more drink. No.
It's a good idea.
Mom, we can't. Come on. Phil, one for the road, Phil. All right. They're coming back here next week.
Oh, we'll be
Don't
back,
forget.
Bernice. Don't worry.
Forget, sweetheart. That's good. Everybody say goodnight to Grandma.
Say goodnight to Grandma.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Oh, Jennifer, you little doll face. She's your pearl, you know. Just look at those eyes. You're gonna kill the boys in a few years.
You're gonna have to get a baseball bat.
No, she doesn't need a baseball bat.
No kisses.
Okay, gang, load up. Let's go.
Yeah, goodbye, Phil.
Oh, goodbye, Bernice.
Next weekend, don't forget that.
See you next week.
Jennifer, you little doll. Now, you two children, you mind what your older sister says? Do just what she tells you to, huh? All right, darling. All right.
So you all left Grandma's house?
Yes.
And you were riding in the car? What happened in the car?
Arguing. Mommy and Daddy.
I'm not speeding, Laura. You want to get home, don't you?
In one piece, I would like to, yes.
Well, I'm the one that insisted on staying.
But you didn't turn down the one more for the road, did you?
Well, if we'd have gone when I wanted to, there wouldn't have been one more for the road.
Don't wake her up.
Kids, get out of the car. Come on. Out.
Help, Mary!
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, what kids?
Are you kids all right?
Yeah, we're here, Dad.
Where's Jennifer?
Jenny, in the car! Go get her! Help! Please, Daddy, help!
Mary. Mary.
Mary's dead.
Who are you?
I'm Jennifer.
You're who?
Jennifer.
What happened to Mary?
She died in a car accident.
I thought it was you who died in the car crash.
They tried to kill me. All of them. They were all to blame. Mary, too. Anyway, I told her I wasn't going to stay in that nut house with her. I don't want to be together with her anymore.
Jennifer! Don't go! Please stay! Jennifer! Please!
Jennifer?
Don't go!
She's gone.
That's good, Mary.
No. No, it's not. I loved her. I loved her. Loved her. I loved her. Loved her. I loved her.
Yes? Sarah?
Just checking, see if everything's okay. Can I get you anything?
No, no thanks. Come in, Sarah.
Hi, Mommy.
And that drops the coffin lid down on the top of the head of Don't Go to Sleep. How'd you like that ending?
Just weird.
No, it was rather unusual. However, the little ghost girl reminded me of this one. No, they had similar. Did you like this film? I knew she'd like this film. No.
Hi, Mommy. Hi, Mommy.
She always likes the creepy kid movies. Because she's a creepy kid, right?
That's very creepy. Hi, Mommy. What do you suppose happens after that? I don't know. What do you think? I think she kills. Yeah, I think you're right, Tangela.
It's an Aaron Spelling production.
Definitely.
No, I think it was a pilot for a series that never happened.
Well,
yeah, Aaron Spelling. He thinks that way.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do that too. Take your movies and make a TV series.
Well, I'm doing Spend the Night. Kickstart it.
Spend the Night, right?
Get it moving as a comic book, and then series.
That's going to be a book. Oh, so you really want to take it to the next level?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Well, no, it seems like everything Hollywood does has to be on a comic book first, right?
So much of it is, and because it helps them visualize.
Your project aside, I think it's rather stupid. No, everything's a comic book.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, this is the problem. Hollywood sometimes has a difficult time imagining things, so you have to spell it out for them.
No, so the grand problem with this method is that The Walking Dead, I started watching Walking Dead, and they said, oh, it's all in the comic book. And I'm here, really? And I bought all the comic books, and I read it all, and I never watched Walking Dead again. Right?
But I think that you make the show different than the comic book. Walking Dead has a lot of different
Would you do that?
Plot changes. Yeah. And like the way they killed Glenn, they don't kill him the same way. They kill him a different way. But then the fans get upset because they were hoping he gets
That ruined
killed.
the show. Glenn, getting rid of Glenn was the biggest mistake.
he was the heart of the show.
He was wonderful. He was wonderful. All right, speaking of hearts, you can be found at JackieKongDirector.com.
That's right.
.com.
Spell that out, JackieKongDirector.com, and you can find the Kickstarter campaign
there. The link for that will be there as well.
Exactly, but you got to get in. It only runs the month of October for Halloween.
Order now, and you'll receive.
Yeah, pledge now, be a backer, and you will receive a secret perk if you're one of the first 100 backers. So
no,
got nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Your first chance ever to be in a comic book. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Right?
Or just buy the comic and support it. You know, Kickstarter has been supporting comics. It's almost become a publisher now of comic books because they make so many and get backers for so many comics. So, and that's my audience. My audience really is the comic book audience. I do a lot of appearances at comic book stores. And I sign a lot of my projects and posters that they sell at the comic book stores. So it's really a crossover of what my audience likes, and they get my horror films.
Your drift.
Yeah, they get
and it's a wonderful drift. All right, Miss Jackie. Well, thank you so much for gracing our guest chair again. And next time you're up in town, you know where to go, right?
Yes, I was hoping to have a sleepover here.
Well, we could do it. No, we can arrange it.
Can we do it?
Yes, just cancel your flight.
Do you know I have nightmares at night, so I scream in my sleep.
Oh, we have nightmares too, but they're all induced by her. We'll put you in the guest room next to her.
I'll do some more writing here.
That's right.
Great.
That's right. All right, and as far as you guys go, thank you for watching the show tonight. We hope you had fun. If you did not have fun tonight, we don't know what's wrong with you, but either way, come back next week, and we'll see you then. Have a great weekend. So, Jackie, this comic book thing has me intrigued. So, I want to be a character. Which character are you going to make me?
You could be the worm.